come on, music. I want to get to the good part. It's a good song. That's what I was trying to show. Alright. I was just sitting here listening to this, waiting for stuff to get ready. I'm like, damn. When does music get so good? I even have the radio thing on, so that's what that's all about. And, you know what? Not very good. This decided to try a little bit something spicy today. Hey, you know what? Let's try getting a new kind of soda. What is this? Mountain Dew Ice Lemon Lime. It's shit. That's what this is. It's a big old disappointment. Just overall, it's not that exciting. I thought, oh hey, I like lemon. I'm a big Sprite fan. Nice to see where this is gonna go. Oops. It tastes like a shitty version of 7-Up. And 7-Up's already kind of bad. So, here we are. And yet I'm just going to drink it anyway because I'm not going to waste it. You may be calling it shitty's not great. It's just... I've never been a big fan of 7-Up and it tastes just like 7-Up. I feel like you're taking something at this point, you know? You're just taking some of the magic away from that inherent Mountain Dewy goodness. Which is weird to say, actually, because I'm not a big fan of Mountain Dew either. In fact, well, okay, specifically the Mountain Dew base flavor, just Mountain Dew. Not a big fan. But Code Red, whatever the blue one was, Baja Blast in particular, oh man, they're all so good. But it's just like this, I even had, the purple one. I think it was called Voltage, and that's just, super grape. Hey, do you really, really like grape? I mean, also, this fight's not going too well, but, do you, really like grape? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's great. Grape's okay. And now here we are. And, yeah. Why am I talking about soda? I don't know. It's a good conversation bit. Fills the silence. It specifically fills the silence while I wait for my stuff to recharge, because I kind of fucked up. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, I'm just gonna over limits. Doesn't matter. But, soda. I had something else to say about soda. I don't know. I guess you can kind of tell, considering the fact that I'm overweight to all sin, is the fact that I enjoy soda. I enjoy it. It makes me happy. So you can kind of tell it seems fairly obvious considering the fact that, again, I'm overweight. So therefore, I will enjoy heavily upon partaking in the soda-y fun time adventures. It's just that this soda is not great. Nothing to do with the game, but it's also clear. Huh. And now we're brave. And now we have over limit. Oh boy. I haven't talked about it, but man, I don't like using my over limits in what's effectively a hallway fight. I just feel like it's inoptimal, I like to save them for the big boy fights. I mean, technically this is like a mimic or whatever constitutes mimic-esque enemy in this game, so fake treasure chest, really tough enemy, you kind of get the whole picture at that point, but whew, I just kind of feel bad about it, specifically Natalie's. Natalie's and Matt's are always my go-to for abusing on hallways, because to be fair, the rest of the time are not as good. They're not as general, so that's fun. We got a bear. When did I get a bear summon? Whoa! When did I get a bear summon? Oh, that's right. That's Matt's clothes. He summons the bear. Dude, bears are cool. I forgot about bears. I just gotta say, because I didn't actually bring this up 2 seconds ago, and I wanted to get it out there because typically I like to say when I don't stream, I hate doing it, but sometimes you're a little bit busy. That's because over the weekend it was my brother's birthday. And, yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it's Wednesday. It was on Monday. That was the one. It was my brother's birthday. So that was a busy day. And on that same day, because we're renting our house, we were having a inspection, which was yesterday. And the day before that was my brother's birthday, but the day before that is when we celebrated, because we cleaned on Monday, because there's an inspection coming. We need to clean everything forever, and I was tired by the end of it and just didn't want to stream. But then the inspection dude came around, and he was here every single time. He was here 2 times. Both times when I would have been streaming. So, unfortunately, I'm just not very good when it comes to when fate itself transpires against me. I apologize, though, for not streaming. Oh, great. These worms do this? Oh, okay. Oh, well. But what was fun? What fun things have happened to me over these last couple days? Because it's been a little bit. Yeah, it's been like 1 day, but it's been a little bit. You know? What fun stuff has happened? Well, for my brother's birthday, we had steak. Oh, we don't have a whole lot of disposable cash, but sometimes you gotta split. It's a birthday. You're gonna have a nice bit. You're gonna have a nice meal. I mean, come on now. I mean, we don't usually have a whole lot of anything really, just casually. So it's always the one day. Everyone gets a day. And if nothing else, even if it's not like presents, and because he's unlucky, my brother's unlucky and has the birthday next to Christmas syndrome, so the presents just kind of fuse together. So you generally just, get less presents, which is really fun. But he asked specifically for steak for dinner. And hey, it's pretty good. Steak, the one part about it I really like is I like steak. The one part about it, a food that I could pretty much just sit down and say, all right, I can eat this for the rest of my life and never complain. It's more of a saying, I probably would complain. Twice-baked potatoes. Oh boy, twice-baked potatoes. They're a magical invention. Oh, yes. Do not let anyone tell you that twice-baked potatoes are not that good. And then someone just in the hallway just yelled, they're awesome. They heard me talking about twice-baked potatoes. But, the only other food thing I can think of that we have in this fun birthday extravaganza is we also had pancakes. Here's a net there. Let's keep them controversial topics coming. Controversial opinions coming. I don't like pancakes. Of the 3 syrup bread-based foods of what are they called? It's French toast, waffles, and pancakes. It goes pancakes, the bottom, and then French toast, and then there's a power. Wait, no. Good French toast. Never mind. Pancakes, French toast, waffles. Waffles are a tiny bit higher than French toast because that's just a personal preference. Well, it's because that's one of the vices that I have specifically with food that makes me a bit more unique. Okay, if unique means picky, but I enjoy my food typically crunchy. I enjoy crunchy food. So if I'm cooking toast, I'm getting that shit near burnt. Any bread, doesn't matter. Cookies, bread, I am frying that thing to that you can almost smell the burn, and then I'll just eat that. That's the good stuff for me. I have a problem. But it's why I specifically like waffles that have been, fried up a bit, so they retain that rigidity while you also have the syrupy goodness. So you have that dough, but it's solidified, and it's really maintained that good crunch to it. So you get dough, you get crunch, and you get syrup, the things that are good. Whereas pancakes, you just absorb all of the syrup, and then it just becomes this wet, soggy mess where it's because it's absorbed the syrup, it's diluted both the syrup's taste and the dough's taste, meaning you get this slightly mushy mix of both. I'm like, dude, no. I'd like a stronger aspect of both, not a weakened one by having it be absorbed, and then you gotta put more syrup on, meaning it just gets even less healthy for you if you want a actual strong syrup taste. And pancakes have a lot going against them. And French toast are like the good middle ground. Typically, you can't retain the rigidity and the good old real solid crunch to French toast unless you're doing something funky to them. But at the same time, it's like bread, so you can get like cinnamony bits. And on top of that, it absorbing the syrup instead enhances the flavor. I don't know why, but it's mainly because it's not dough. You typically use bread. But good French toast. Ooh, that's like magic in your mouth. But it's also a lot harder to make French toast than it is waffles. Oh, unless you're making them from scratch, then they're about at least in the same ballpark. I'm talking like if you just buy some Lego Lego My Eggo waffles and just throw them in the toaster. Boom, waffles done. You don't need like a rocket scientist to make some fucking waffles, man. I mean, come on now. But we're not talking about like the highest quality. We're talking about the food as a whole. So you have the convenience and the high-grade quality stuff with waffles. And honestly, for me, a lot of the time, convenience is a lot more important when it comes to food for me because I'm lazy. Very much so. Oh yeah, no, there's definitely not. Hi, there's the fly. That's new. Okay. What other food types? Okay, we're talking about food now. What other food types have we got in here? Oh, pineapples. A lot of people. I don't know. You know what? I can actually just ask this question. Do you have a least favorite food? Now, I don't mean a food you're just like, oh man, I'd rather not eat it. And I don't mean oh man, I actively don't like to eat this. I'm talking a food that you dislike so much. The first time you ate it, you nearly lost your lunch. That was me with pineapples. I had one pineapple when I was like 8, and I nearly threw up. I was so sick until I spat it out. I was fine afterwards just because it tasted so bad. And it's never gotten any better. I cannot eat pineapples. Gag me with a spoon, I would rather die. That's how I feel about pineapples. Oh. Disgusting is what they are. I can understand the validity of them, but... And then don't even get me started on pineapple on pizza. That's actually where I very first got my first taste of pineapple. Because when I was that young, I didn't like pizza either. I was a dangerous child. I was also referred, or more, colloquially referred to as a picky shit kid. Just because I didn't like eating anything at that age. So that wasn't really the fact of the pizza. It was also cheap. But, and again... I guess I can't really say it's cheap because Little Caesars is my favorite pizza joint. And I don't mean that as like I just like it because it's cheaper. I mean like, I've had Domino's. I've had like Pizza Hut. They're not as good. They just don't taste as good as Little Caesars. Doesn't matter the quality. They just taste like Garbo, at least in comparison. But anyway, we're talking about pineapple. Welcome to the food stream. We're now just running our mouth. Watch the fat man run his mouth about food for 2 hours. Well, at least 15 minutes, but I'm not going to stop because I typically have a hard time finding stuff to talk about. And we've snowballed with food. And yet here we are. We're going on a magical ride of food-based adventures. I'm trying to think. Let's go to the food thing again. We had a brief stint pizza. I guess I could talk about pizza. It's good. I like it. I quite enjoy pizza. I'm typically pretty basic and just like standard pepperoni. Mainly just because I, again, like real crunchy crust. So when you get something like a Supreme or a 3-meat or something, a lot of the time it's a lot harder to retain that rigidity just because there's more toppings. There's more stuff to soak into the bread, making it loose. Unless you have like real thin crust, and that becomes like a knife's edge at certain points. Oh, that's the good stuff, though. But even at the end of the day, I just like pepperoni, so it works well for me in that front too. Luckily, pizza, like everyone at least enjoys pizza. And if you don't enjoy pizza, it's either because you haven't found one you liked or you're a wild animal. I guess I can't say that because I didn't like pizza either, but I don't know. I enjoyed the cheaper kinds. I enjoy the kind you just buy at a grocery store and throw into an oven. And then, like, that's it. Throw that in your microwave or something. Pizza's done in, like, 10 minutes. Or, 30 if you have, like, something that's not actually trash quality, but, Boom. It's bad luck. And again, I guess that's because I've naturally lived a let's call it frugal lifestyle with the quality of food I've been eating my entire life, because again, I'm poor. So a lot of the time I've grown a lot more accustomed and even starting to prefer cheaper qualities of food because it's what I've grown up with. So it's what my taste buds have acclimated to. So, I mean, hey, How are you not running away? You're at half HP, you're alone, and now you're frozen, so you've made a very grievous error, good sir. Don't understand your thought process in that one, Mr. Catman, but yet here you are, dead. And all the life has been sucked out of your body. Wonder how that happened. I'm sorry I'm talking about food so much. Got a lot on my plate. Sorry, I don't mean to be serving up so many puns. Get it? Because, like, serving food? That one was a little bit... I don't know. It's a general topic of food. So now we're doing puns. Now we've moved on to even more degenerate habits. Oh, it's good time, yes. Fire. Where's fire? How do? I do fire. I don't, is the answer. Oh, of course. I guess I need to see what other food types there are. Crisps and chips, those are wrong. That's the wrong name, is bananas. It's all the fruit. I enjoy fruit. Fruits are cool. Cupcakes. I'm not, you know what, here's another thing I can go off on another stint about, because, there I go showing restraint again when it comes to food. There goes the fat man. But I am actually, despite what it may seem, the overweight dude, not a big fan of sweets. I do not have a very strong sweet tooth, like chips, cookies, candies, cupcakes, cakes, pies. Never been my particular, I'll eat them, because the rest of my family has a real big meaty sweet tooth, like, whoa boy. But me personally, nah. A lot of the time they're in the house, and it's what we make, so I don't have the biggest choice in the matter, at least typically, so, But my tooth, my flavor of the year, of the life, spicy food. I know I've said this before, but spicy food. It's gotten so bad with the rest of my family. A lot of the time I'll get something, or they'll buy something and say, oh, this is going to be spicy. I know you'll like this. And then I'll take a bite of it without, okay, let's say they haven't told me that it's spicy, because that's typically what happens. It's like after I've eaten a bit of it, they'll say, oh, this is supposed to be spicy. I'm like, wait, it's supposed to be spice here? And a lot of the time, it's not because I'm so resilient. It's just a lot of the time that it's just not spicy, and people are fucking liars. But I thought it was a funny fun to bring up. However, it does just kind of misconstrue the facts of I'm so resilient to spice, rather that the thing I'm eating is not actually spicy. We've just been lied to via packaging. Aw, that's unfortunate. Now that I'm just going to wrap back around to it because I know it's going to be relevant sooner rather than later. I talked a lot of shit about the general encounter gist of in the last episode, and to be fair, I kind of had a point for some of it, but a lot of it was the fact that there was no one in chat and I was getting bored. So therefore, the slog of these fights. Now that I have something to talk about, I haven't even been paying attention to the screen. Like I already said, that's where I excel at. I've had something to talk about, and now my gameplay is getting more efficient because of it. Just because, I mean, look at this. I'm just doing it. They're all dying. I don't even need to care for the most part. And yet at the same time, they die. So, you know. I'm not complaining, but a lot of the time, you really shouldn't try to excel at having your game be something you need to turn your brain off to really dedicate time through. I was going to say, that is probably the biggest complaint I have for this game. And it's the same complaint I have for the other games. The different difficulties do not add enough variance to warrant the higher difficulty. Except for the fact that you get achievements. There's just not much here. It's unfortunate truth, but there's just not much, like, redeemable quality to futzing about in this magical difficulty. They just become bullet sponges, effectively. I guess ability damage sponge. Damage sponge, that would be better than bullet sponge with that. Yeah. Any other skills? Actually, now that I think about it. No, okay. What are they doing? Upgraded skills. What do I need here? I don't need any of these. I can get Split Slash. That's at least nice. I also upgrade you know, let's just upgrade Barrier. I mean, why not? So, alright. Are there any quests? Just because it has been a while since I've checked. Still need Titanium. I've apparently missed a quest somewhere, so I'll need to go back through and talk to people. Wait, where were they? Wait. Where were they? Oh, it doesn't tell you where they were.
Ciao.
I know both of them were in Greenwood, so we may need to double back around there then. Or at least the general ballpark. Alright. Let's go look at that food again, because it's something else to talk about. Oh, I know this is one I've talked about. The eternal debate of coffee versus tea. I'm not very fair to throw my hat into this ring, because I worked as a barista for 3 years. So you can probably guess where my 2 cents will lie for that one. How the fuck do you turn off these notifications for people joining in a game? I haven't really thought about it, because typically I just ignore them, but now that I'm here, I'm like, wait a minute, that's probably like really distracting and obnoxious. It's such a minor thing, but it just lowers the very non-existent degree of professionalism I have just a little bit more. So I may want to remove those then. Either way, finish the point I'd started now that I think about it. I'm a much bigger fan of coffee than tea. And I've even had multiple kinds of tea. People have offered it to me. It's just not good to me. It's not even that I feel particularly drafted towards coffee. It's just, even if it wasn't a debate of coffee versus tea, if it was just, is tea good? My answer would probably just be no. And that kind of makes me feel strange almost, because everyone's like, dude, dude, tea's so good. It's not. It's leaf water. I mean, coffee's bean water, but I don't know, man. It's not even from the caffeine. I mean, you can probably get tea with caffeine in it. I just enjoy the taste of coffee, so maybe I'm a crazy person. I've already firmly established that I am a crazy person, so hold on to that theory. Crazy person drinking straight out of a 2-liter. That's because look at that. It only goes to right there. That's less than a full glass. There, I mean, it was just under or just above a full glass left in the tub, and I didn't want to dirty another dish, so here we are. Making myself look real attractive right on stream and video and whatever. Ho ho. You must die. Yes. And then, are you all weak to bomb? They aren't, at least those other dudes. But I get 5 smacks, so yeah. It hit everyone at least, or at least it would have if I hadn't missed, because I'm bad. Boom. Oh. Oh, nice. No Legs is finally starting to dodge. Good for him. He's actually starting to, do something with his life and be an actual valid member of the team. Took him, 4 years, but here we are. And I just keep taking this much time, though. Like, you'll really start contributing eventually. Maybe. Hopefully. I've gotten a crazy strong drive, a lust for replaying through Skies of Arcadia recently. But I wanted to do it justice, like, on a video, but if I was going to ever have... I don't have a good way of recording games, is the one problem. But, which is why I haven't done Thousand Year Door. But if I was going to do that, I'd want to do it right, I'd want it to be like a properly edited video where I can dispout any kind... I'd want to do research for that kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? I'd want to show everyone everything. That's the kind of gameplay I also want to do. There's also not a specific thing that modifies Skies of Arcadia at all or anything of that sort, which is another reason. Like, there's no challenge mode, there's no mods, at least from what I've seen, that makes it, like, particularly interesting. So there's also that, but if I was going to have a very first properly edited series, it'd be that one. But again, I don't have a way of recording GameCube too efficiently. I mean, I could just emulate it, which, I do have, just because I had to do that once just to see if it worked. But it didn't work too great. And I don't have editing software or like traditional recording software. I only have this. I only got the good old OBS. Don't got nothing else. So let's hope that'll suffice, Oh, he's an ice cube. Oh, now he's not an ice cube. Good on him. Nice job, Lance. You did it. I hope you're proud of yourself. Have a cookie. What other food items have we got? That's not food. That's a brick. Fucking soul screen. Someone's eating bricks. Who's coming out here and trying to put, like, brick in mouth? Or alternatively, someone's not, like, trying to put brick in mouth, but to someone else. Just, like, getting them in the face with a brick. No, I mean, someone's trying to consume brick. Animals. All of them. Everyone on this team is an animal. They're eating crafting supplies. What are they going to start eating next? They're just going to start huffing glue? Gonna eat this mammoth. We need to actually regenerate for this, because this is not gonna go nice. This is definitely at least a mini boss, so yeah. We're gonna have to wait just a touch. Oh yeah. Oh, 70% buff. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. But we must wait to get there. Upgrade. I mean, I don't need Health Strike. That works just fine. I don't really need Snowcats, mainly because I never used the ability, but, I'll just level up Antimatter Flux. It's a safe bet. There's not anything too crazy going on with Antimatter Flux, so let's just get it and get her done, huh? Well, we're still regenerating and waiting for cooldown, specifically No Legs. Let's see what we still missed. Still need the Chunky Gloop. He still hasn't respawned. We need... I apparently recaught the slime and cat thing at some point. Don't remember when that happened. Isn't there still an electric dude? Yeah, Thunder Sprite. Haven't seen that again. That was probably another one of them, like, Chunky Gloops. Yellow Flybot. Huh. I know those are futzing about in Lance's Stronghold. I guess I'll need to go grab one of those. rest of this seems generally fine, yes. I've even caught all the bosses, too, even the Sea Dragon. Alright, let's just save in case something, like, real bad goes down via Mammoth. But here we... Oh, there's 2 of them. They're nearly extinct. Oh, it's so rare to see one. I'm gonna have to scan them, so alright. The woolly mammoth. A mighty beast that's been hunted to near extinction. It wants to live and may not die when killed unless tired or weak. What? Oh, ho, ho, ho. What is this, I ask? I wonder and I ponder. I do not know, for it is new, whatever it is. Give me that free and action. Either bike or a mammoth of my own or whatever some such. How do I weaken you? I guess I'll just spam Blessed Barrage. Yeah, sure. I guarantee some weak going around somewhere. Alright, cool. And, despite what it may say, they do only have a 90% chance for resistance to instant death. Not 100. Which means that's actually typically how I fight the woolly mammoths in some of these games. I mean, it still does okay damage, but, you know. It's best bet to just try. Just roll the dice. Of course, back in 4, I didn't have to wait for cool... Oh, my ears! You don't have to wait for cooldowns, so typically you can just kind of keep doing it, you know? There's also, like, that benefit, which is nice, I suppose. Yeah, let's try to weaken you. There we are. That's another one. Uh-huh. Fire. All right. Luckily, this isn't too bad, actually. Boom! And kaboom, baby! Oh, yeah! Ow, ow, oh, ow! Whoa, dude! You want to tone that one back just a little bit, hmm? Okay there. At least I've weakened them, so their attack and defense is constantly decreasing. Well, they're at both of their attacks, actually. Like, their attack and magic attack stats are just continually sapping. So, at the very least, they won't hit as hard even after they buff their physical attack. No, don't, no! I wanted to cancel, but it clipped it. What I get for shifting in my seat while trying to move my mouse. There's that buff again. Stop that. Stop that right now. Good. We do need to keep Matt around, though. He's the one that makes it so they have a pretty good chance of trying to surrender, run away, or whatever, some such. Stretch. All right. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, wow, that really hurts now. Let's just stop that from continuing to happen, shall we? Ahem. Now we'll just use Sushi Cat, I suppose. Give Matt that healing he needs. Oh, and good luck, too. So that actually ups the chance of him, you know, catching things. There's also the dead Natalie. That's fun. Oh, hey, bad luck. Good. It's a free bad luck delivery. Probably gonna bank on them trying to flee. It would only make sense for them to try to do that, you know? I also do need to re-weaken this dude, so here we go! This is a really good chance to summon, but... Boom! And now next turn we'll summon legs and try catching. Stop buffing your attack right... Oh! Well, there's the bad luck. And he already has, like evasion debuff, so I don't even need to do it. Oh, and I have haste, too. Oh, this woolly mammoth is mine. He's already mine. It's just a matter of time. Boom. All right, Wooly. In honor of two best friends play, and what once was and what once is. still live on in my heart and the individual features of this channel. I don't know if I'd feel honored about being named after a woolly mammoth. A species that was hunted to extinction. People wanted dead so badly, they went out of their way just to kill it and it alone. I mean, you could also have the counter argument, people wanted it so bad they'd be willing to kill for you. That's true, but everyone wanted a mammoth. Well, and now look where we are. It's not that hard of a fight, but other than that. Alright, now we just kind of got to grind down the last little chunk of his HP, and that'll be a completed again. All these creatures we collected also prepared for an emergency food supply. Never go hungry again! Don't let the hunger pangs get to you, Matt. We gotta kill this thing first. Boom, baby! It explodes. It explodes into, like, chicken legs. I am down for the mammoth leg of chicken. Give me that. Ooh, topaz. Wait, what'd that Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't think they made a Pokemon game out of this one. Yeah. Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby, and then Topaz. I don't think they made a Pokemon game out of this one. Where's Pokemon Topaz? Oh, hey, we actually have another puzzle. Cool. Now, if I can't walk here, and there's only one way to start this puzzle, which is that. So that means the only way to then follow that up is this. Actually, no, you could. Oh, yes, actually. The obvious answer would be to... So I need to be able to go straight up here. So that would mean... What exactly? Come here, So I need here, here, and here. Let me just try this and see what happens. Ah! Okay. You cannot. That would mean you gotta come here, and then... Ooh. But, if I'm too soon, then I won't be able to push it. Yeah. So that means I need to do this. Come here. No, bad Matt. There we are. Push down, push you. Shit. Redo that. I think I don't know if I actually fucked it up. I need to look that one over one more time. Oh no, I fucked it up from the get-go. Okay, that was my bad. I accidentally did the last step too early. Okay. Then we'll just do this. There we go. Come now, there we go. Push, push, push. And then we push. Da-dun, da-do. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Should be good. Yeah, there we go. Hey, the Crimson Dragon, a bow inspired by the shape of dragons, boosts the damage of fire skills. I don't really need fire skills now, do I? Fire crystals when attacking, it's okay. It's also a lot of damage. There's a lot of raw meat on that one. There's some popcorn. Huh, this is a good song. It's very atmospheric. At least they're trying to make a unique snow song that doesn't just have sleigh bells everywhere. Hello! Yes, but didn't have time for exercise. Got a food, clothing, needs panties, which I just happened to have on my person. It's ending probably not for long. We're going to camp it here for a while and settle down. It's a nice afternoon. That find sounds like another mess they're going to have to clean up. Yeah, give me your stuff. Ooh, Supernova. Thanks. Teach a fiery spell to keep you nice and warm. I always gave this to Anna because this was hers, but she doesn't really need. Doesn't really need that. I mean, I guess I could give it to No Legs actually, because I mean he only has light and dark. What does this do? I mean, why not, you know? It's fire, and doesn't Lance already have fire? No, that's... Yes, he has nukes, so No Legs would be the best of this. Because, in all honesty, Natalie has her over limits. Auto-revive and a big heal. You don't really want to be using her over limits. I mean, for, like, damage. But, I mean, I guess there's the utility, because it gives her coverage, but I'd still like to opt for... it's unnecessary in my mind. The benefit of, you know, Supernova, though, is that, A, it hits even harder than most other over limits, but it also hits you. So, who knows if that's worth it or not, Who really knows? Alright. Let's go through these and see if I have anything else to comment on. P2 processor looks like a key button thing. And I guess I could actually talk about this. I lost one of the keys to my keyboard. Now you may say, how did you do that? I don't know. I don't remember, but I don't have an S key. It's not even something simple like, oh, I've lost the enter key or something. Or maybe it could be something obscure like, oh, I lost a numlock. Or, I mean, scroll lock or something. Like something that no one cares about. No, I lost the S key. I don't know where it is. It's gone. I can even put up like video. You can't really see that. It doesn't really work. But there's no S key there. Instead, I had to take a key from somewhere else on my keyboard and put it there instead. And it's definitely been a conversation piece for whenever someone uses my computer and they're like, why don't you have an S key? What I've used instead is on the right side, the numpad. On the very tippity top right of that side of the keyboard, there's the minus key. And then to the left of that, there's that little like star symbol thingy. I don't know what you call it. I used that. Popped that bad boy out and slotted it right into the S key. So now there's effectively a missing hole in my keyboard. Let's hope I'd never need the weird star symbol. I think it's a asterisk or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. That's the problem. Like, I know what it is. The name is escaping me right now. There's also a lot of bears. It's just fun. Boom. Boom, baby. Dogs are going barky barky. That's a fun time. Yeah, I don't know how you lose a key to your own keyboard, but it's like magic, and now it's gone. Just disappeared into the, like, call of the night. Mystery to everyone, I suppose. Just trying to keep away from me. That one was simple though. That was a basic one. Key being away from me. Oh. I don't have anything to comment about this dog fight. It's a dog-eat-dog-doggone world right now, and all of these diggity dogs need to go diggity die. Because this is not a place, you gotta go down to the pound. Not a place for your kind. World ain't big enough for the two of us. Yeehaw. Cowboy. Welcome to Red Dead Redemption, whatever. Red Dog Redemption. Get him with a drive-by and a bomb. All the 10-turn skills. Oh, yeah. Well, doggone. There they go. We have sufficiently shoved the mutt. We have pushed the pupper right into a grave. Still a good song. Where are we on the map? We're hardline on the left side. Alright. I'm just trying to mentally chalk up where it is we still need to go. Despite what it may seem like, I'm trying to do as much of this game as I possibly can. So, suppose it doesn't really matter. Getting lots of slowdown for one enemy. That's quality. It's a good time. Everyone's having a fun time here. But, you know, whatever. There's another one down. Now, what do we have here? No, it's just still basic. So let's go back to food. What other food? Beer? I drank once in my entire life, and I had like 2 drinks. I guess that's the fault of what I said earlier, being a little bit under the common denominator for cash. The kind of alcohol we had when I turned 21 was so garbage, and I mean, I know a lot of it's gonna just not taste good, but this is the real cheap stuff. I'm talking, it wasn't wine, but it was like boxed wine, like tier. So, yeah. I could not even finish like 4 drinks before I'm just like, yeah, I want to die, and not in the proper way, in the wrong way. So here we are, me having never done it. I'm a real fun man, ain't I? I can't say I wasn't at least curious, but definitely didn't pan out in any exciting way. There's one dude who's weak to ice, and I just rolled a 1 in 5 chance 5 times, and it didn't happen. Bad game. Also, please stop killing every single member of my team, please. Thank you. Just all of them. They are all dead. We'll revive Anna next turn. She can deal with being a corpse for 5 minutes. We have our own problems. Ugh. You know, I think I need to reach my quota for this month of being a YouTuber. So, I mean, you know, it actually does really does help. Hey, go like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends. Obligatory. Please don't get mad at me for doing this. I need to do some kind of self-promotion. I need it as a reminder. It's more relevant for Twitch, because people do tend to forget to follow. I know I've done it. I think it'd be less common on YouTube, because that's pretty obvious. We know what's going on YouTube. But Twitch, it's a little bit more of a dog-eat-dog, some cutthroat nonsense. Everyone's trying to outgun the others. You can only have so many watchers. But yes. This is an obnoxious fight right now, I will say. I just want to get those cats out of this fight, really. Because this is going to start causing us some very noticeable problems if I don't start actually maintaining and get, like, some advantage. I need to start building up some tempo. Oh shit, I just threw my thingy that I've been spinning on my finger. What's this? I'm spinning it. It's a light. How do I turn this on? Oh. It's a light. You can't see it very well. But it's on. Oh. There it goes. It's a light. There, now that I have sated your curiosity, please never talk to me. Please get out. get to the point of the game where we've kind of seen everything there is to do. We've gotten all the fun upgrades for the skills, and now we're just kind of meandering about. The only thing we still, like, there are a couple skills I know we haven't seen from 4, but those just kind of exist, you know? They're like, yeah, we're here too, guys. Don't worry about it. It's fine. No, don't worry about it. You're golden. No, you're not golden. Definitely having some problems considering the fact that we don't have all the skills before. I guess it's actually good now that I think about it before I keep running my mouth and saying stupid things I don't mean. It's actually kind of good that they haven't brought back all the skills from 4 because that's one of the few complaints I had about 4. There were too many skills. A lot of them became redundant. At least with another party member, there's another one to deviate and dictate skills to, but too many skills in 4. Everyone could do everything, and when everyone can do everything, you kind of lose some of that inherent challenge. You don't even need to manage your own team. Like I said, I really enjoyed it back in Epic Battle Fantasy 1 and 2, where you can get really creative with your really limited moveset. Sure, there was like a very definitive thing, but at least there were still multiple playstyles. But in this, it's just like everyone can do everything, so your playstyle becomes everything. Even if you specialize and do something cheeky, like I'm gonna have Matt be a magic damage dealer. Give him the wizard set, give him all those like manual skills I can give him that scale off magic damage. He's gonna hit for magic, but then he just becomes like a magic damage dealer and then can just do like magic things. It's like it doesn't change up the game as fundamentally as you would first assume or would even hope to think. It doesn't work like that. These things don't happen, unfortunately. Not to mention, if you play on the highest difficulty like I do and you start screwing around like that, fights start taking longer and longer because you're just making your build less optimal. And so here we are, just like, okay, time to take 4 years for each fight, and that's added on top of the baseline 4 years every fight already took. Haha! I mean, if you're trying to experiment and screw around, I guess you wouldn't really be playing on the highest difficulty. I mean, maybe, I suppose. Who knows? Alright. At least now this fight is nice and done. Another one down and added to that checkbook. Huh. Very rare. Put that over there. That's garbage. Like, actually garbage. Like statistically. You know, I want to go see. We're going to take a brief respite and go check out the quests to see the one that I know I've missed. I just saw that chest right there. Oh, I've already opened that one. Never mind. Where's the slime cat in this area? There it is. We're going to go try to find ourselves that one quest that I know I missed somewhere. Considering the fact that there's an open slot right here, that means something's not right. I must fix it. I've already talked to you two. Hello. Give me a quest. I saved your life. Now give me a quest. Oh, hey, it's this one. All right, let's just buy more of these. I mean, why not? They're so cheap. There's so many to buy. Oh, I just bought the stupid mushrooms. All right, now we're buying each of them twice. We're going hard onto these permanent stat-ups. Rip my cash. But look at the boon we just got for ourselves, and it's not like I'm spending the cash anywhere. Just bought a third mushroom. Sure, go for it. Oh, it just threw my thing again. I need to stop spinning that. Oh, but I like something to do with my other hand. I don't like having idle hands. Oh, look at the boon. It's only a 2% increase, but... Oh, each one of those is like 200, so that's got him another like 400. Evade. I got him. I didn't see the evade shit. Magic attack. 6 more points of magic defense. Physical attack. I got him 17. Oh, yeah. Vector's always the same, so there's no need to save them for later. I forgot I also had sushi still, so that's good. Let's just buy one more. Let's go crazy with it. Except for the mushroom. Don't buy the mushroom. That's when we start going too far. Because that's when things start costing 16,000. And that's a bit too rich for my blood. We've already completely destroyed the market for rare items already, but look at it now. There is an achievement for that in 4. Destroy the local economy by having to spend like $1 billion on a piece of pizza. Which is actually the point I got to in 4 because I played that game a little bit too much. Oh boy. And now considering I just bought 3 of them for everyone, we're now 6% stronger in offense, in physical attack, magic attack, physical defense, magical defense, accuracy, evade, and maximum HP. We are now a lot stronger. Ah, Lance, my love. Lance is the best character in this game, and I will fight anyone. Oh, do I talk to you guys? There's a dog man.
Hello.
There's a girl C. Girl B. Oh, these are some good names. Alright, cool. And then girl A. Alright. Wasn't there something to do somewhere? I think we've already done everything in, like, the library. I remember that. I specifically got an achievement for reading every single book in the library. I think that would have taken a little bit longer than it had. Shut your face, Mr. Man. Give me quests. I already talked to you guys. Anything out here? Anything out here in the void? Can I talk to this, like, NPC person from behind the counter? Typically, they have different things to say when... I don't have any more equipment to buy from you. You're garbage. I already know this dude doesn't have anything, but I might as well check. And then the one house down south is the Demon Murder House of super murder sketchy garbage, and that's just generally not a good time. Yeah. Yeah, there ain't much around here. Hi. Rawr. Yeah, whatever, man. Thinking you're so special. If I talk to you, you're the welcome guy. Of course I've talked to you. Steve. Nothing in here. Alright, I guess so you just head up north of town? That's about it. All I can think of. Anything back here? No. At least I didn't get a chance to see. There's some fucking chest back. You guys.
Hey.
Oh! My heart's not... How have I not talked to Lank? My heart's not really into this whole archery thing. I make music, but Sarah's a demanding girl. You should have the one for me. Hey! Public servant, great. No, Greener. This for me. I give Link. What's this? Air. Oh. Yeah, I remember this. This is the one I give to Natalie, because she doesn't actually have wind damage, and I'm like, hey, now she has wind damage. I also occasionally give this to Lance. It depends. Actually, I probably should give this to Lance. I mean, he doesn't need a whole lot more, but I'm just gonna give it to Lance. And unless there's something better for him and I give that to Natalie, now it's Airwave. Oh, then it becomes Shockwave. Damn. Oh, that's because it wasn't like AoE up till that point. Oh, yeah, no, alright. So, oh, that has the, like, Natalie scaling. That should be like a Natalie skill. But he doesn't have wind, and Natalie doesn't attack enough for me to really care, so here we are. Oh, he also gave us even more stat ups. Ah, nice boons. Hi! Hey! I'm making him learn how to hunt so he can get me all of the goodies. There's a lot of treasure in these woods! He loves me unconditionally. I can do whatever I want. Oh, you're a really good human being, Sarah. Oh, you're a quality lass, ain't you? Anything over here? No, those are beds. I don't care. Anyway, we got what we wanted, so let's just dip. We're done here. We're done with it. Okay. I think I've recharged enough. Oh, I didn't actually go through all the skills, did I? No, I did not. Ice. Ice, ice, baby. We got nothing. All right, let's play the game some more, shall we? Oh, damn it. Can this song just carry over? This one's so much better. It's so good. I mean, this one's good too, but it's not as good. It's just not the same. I mean, it's not even nostalgia. I just listened to both songs. I enjoy the other one more. Don't you start throwing the nostalgia card around at me. I know what I listened to. I used my ear. Oh God. Hi. You're here too. Okay. Well, good for you then. Let's just not be here right now. Oh well. Okay, you know what? I want to say something real fast on the topic of like buying permanent stat up items. There was typically that goes one of two ways. If let's assume you can buy them. There's a lot of games you can't, and that's the third example. But I'm just going out the games where you can buy your own permanent stat up. Typically, it goes one of two ways. One, they are so expensive it's not worth it. Or two, they're just inexpensive enough to be worth purchasing, but they don't make that big of a difference. Like in this game, they're nice buffs. I'm not saying that's not the case, of course, but they're not game-breaking, you know? Where in games like I think of like Pokemon or something, you can buy permanent stat ups, but typically, and because of how the game works, it's not really worth it. But there's one game I can think of, one, that completely changed that formula and let me destroy the balance of the game. Was Skies of Arcadia, just like I was talking about earlier. Even if you haven't seen the game, I can at least tell the story. Where that game has the incredibly fun thing where you can upgrade shops once you get really far into the game. There's a specific shop you can upgrade by upgrading it. I don't remember, man. It's been a while. Put money into it, I guess. I don't know. But what matters about that is what that gets you. Is the general, I think it's just the item shop or the medicine shop or something. Once you fully upgrade it, it's gone all the way, you can buy permanent stat ups. But that's the kind of game where it's very sparse with stat ups, because they're like a flat amount or something, I don't remember. But that, actually I think it may be a flat amount, but either way, even if it is or isn't, and my point still stands, is that the problem with that one is that that's the kind of game where typically they're not that big of a deal, you know, in small quantities. Like, you can buy a couple of them, but they don't matter too much. The problem in that game, however, is there's so little things to actually spend your money on. I got to the end of that game and bought, like, 700 of the damn things. The problem with that is, normally those permanent stat ups are not that big of a deal, but in that much of an overabundance and excess, oh yeah. I too hit the final boss. That's one of those games where reaching the 9999 threshold requires a ridiculous amount of effort, and I did it casually on the final boss. To the point where the final boss had like 20,000 HP, something like that. You just go up, slap him once, 9999 damage. Second turn, slap him again, and he's just like dead. Use the rest of your party members to flick him and he'll die, you know? 2 turns, dead. Don't do that if you want to keep the balance of your game. Of course, that was my first time ever having beaten the game, because I had owned Skies of Arcadia as a kid, but I guess I can keep talking about it, actually, now that I'm talking about it. In that game, oh shit, that's right, he needs to be weakened. Oh shit, that's right, I forgot, that's the gimmick with this guy. Fuck. In that game, there's a, I'll just say it's ship combat. There's a ship combat mechanic in the game. It's like, there's like on foot, like RPG battle, like whatever. was trying to do the Final Fantasy boss-like battle theme. That really didn't work. But either way, and then there's ship combat, and then both, like, ship combat's infrequent, but it's around enough where you really do get better and better at it. And the final boss, or at least maybe not the final boss, but near the end of the game, there is a trial for, like, ship combat. Like, have you actively mastered each of the mechanics of the game? What a good final boss should be. The problem was, when I was a big, dumb, stupid kid, I didn't even know you could upgrade your ship. Like, at all. And so I got to right at the end of the game, right up to the climax of everything ever, and I get that one final ship combat encounter, and I physically could not do it. I mean, I was young at the time, but it's not happening. Not when you're that weak. No siree. And then my brother sold the game, despite it being my game. And so I didn't get to finish it for more than 10 years, because that's an expensive game. I also didn't actively seek it out, because it's a game I had already played. And it was only semi-recent. It was like about a year or two ago that I actually finished it. That's why that's so hot in my memory. I also have a very similar experience with the game Baten Kaitos, which is also on the GameCube. Another good one, but that one's really long and hard. It's a card-based RPG, a la like Slay the Spire, but is an actual RPG, not a roguelite or roguelike or roguelite. But you know, that one is really good. That one also had that game had one of the twists that is some of the most unique I've ever seen in an RPG. I'd recommend it. Oh shit! It's the not Chibi Knight. Oh, this is the same person but in better equipment? I can't catch that. Super Chibi Knight. Chibi Knight's leveled up and learned some magic. She'll get 2 turns in a row this time and knows what elements are effective. Oh. Okay, bye. I'm not here to play your game. Alright, I guess now I'll play your game. Whatever then. Okay. Technically, you're a mini-boss. Or maybe a full boss. Who knows? Either way. You know what time it is? What are you awake to? Dark? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. You know what time it is? Oh, it's time. Time for killing. The time for murder is now. Now we are invincible. I must debuff your defense somehow. Let's just take another turn, shall we, to really digest how we're gonna go about this. How do I have a defense debuff? Where's the one that makes him take double physical damage? That one. We don't have enough for Vike into Hardy Bloop, or else I'd get him. Oh, I'd get him. And they're not. Are they susceptible to it? It doesn't say down there. I don't think so. Maybe? I guess it doesn't really say like if that status resistance is effective. Oh well. What else have we got? It's been a long time since I've actually checked out my summons, so, you know. A debuffs evade and gives him bad luck. Where's a defense debuff? Would Anna have one? I don't really want to pull out Anna after all these buffs. Here, do you have a defense debuff? Yes. Oh. Are you resistant to that? Yeah, a tiny bit. Well, that's because of the weapon he's holding. Okay, that's still worth it. Yes! Oh, and now it's go time. Come on, baby! Not even super effective because of the weapon I'm equipping, but irrelevant. I could have equipped the dark one and hit even harder. Don't even care, baby. Boom. What's heavy do? Oh. Spell time. She has to remember that Chibi Knight's like a protagonist of the other game. No, don't do that! And I got bad luck, so it's whatever. Do you want to use his overlimit? I mean, might as well, you know. She's weak to dark? Yeah, sure. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to save this because this can dispel. Like, it's a super dispel, so we might as well, you know. Oh, I guess that's also technically a dispel, but it's not really what I, like, meant, but okay. All right, cheeky. Poison. Oh, all right. Yeah, if you did this again, just equip a dark sword. Like, I should have ran away and equipped the dark sword, and that would hit even harder. Like, 80% harder, almost. Let's be hero 2. I bet she's just annoyed that we're the main characters. There's the game Chibi Night. That's a thing. I need to kill this Pro Golem. I'm just gonna keep summoning it. Well, I guess that solves that problem. Never mind. Boom. More defense down. I mean, it doesn't stack, but defense down. And with nice poison, so not only do you have a ridiculous amount of upfront damage, but now we got dots, so we got free damage, we got advantage, we got a tempo building up. Oh, and you buffed, huh? Oh, well, that's all good and dandy. Good for you, little girl. Weak to dark, huh? Oh, good buff. You sure did it. Feel a little bad. Nom. Hard. And then just like you. I have haste on Matt too. Oh no. You see, this game is not that hard. When I decide to be like ruthless, dude, I am brutal. We go hard. This is what happens when I use my SP and over limits. We are struggling with fights normally. Not like this at all. Spell time. It's fun though. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just did like 20,000 damage. Oh, with the poison, so good. Do we still dispel you? I don't think I have another dispel, at least on him for right now. I could debuff evasion. That's at least something. Here, you know what? No, wait a minute. Oh, nice job. Nice plus 50% defense. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's use all the SP. Fuck it. Let's go, baby. Now we're plus 85%. Hoppa! I did 50,000 damage in one attack on a normal attack. I'm sure we've yet to see more of her. That was totally overkill, but man, that is a weight lifted off of my shoulders. That's pure power fantasy at this point. Just slapping a mini-boss so hard, it can't do anything. It's done. It's gone. Get out of town. Flyboy is such a potent summon. Just the fact that I can completely negate buffs. That's a game changer. Their whole turn dedicated to buffing I can undo in one of my 3 turns. That's how good it is. Boom, baby. Put Matt out front. He's the MVP here. He gets to go on the victor lap and touch the slime bucket. Good for him. Now let's actually upgrade our skills. I kind of want to upgrade Cleaver. I'm just going to save up for this, because imagine if I had this fully upgraded and I wasn't wasting it on other things. It would have hit 120 more base power harder. It's so good. Sure, Star Shower again, huh? Lance, go for it. Anna. I mean, actually, no, let's do this one. You're not using, you use Razor Leaf, so sure. No legs. No legs is no legs, so no legs is fine. I'm an ice mage. I'm 100% resistant to cold. It even heals me. Doesn't mean I can't still feel cold, and oh boy, do I feel cold. It makes you practically immortal around here. You have no right to complain. You combine wet and shit, you get freeze. Wish I knew that earlier. Actually, the doom and bad luck combines to death. Oh. Status resistances are apparently becoming quite crucial, so says the game. Don't tell me what to do. Coming here was a mistake. I've made a huge, huge mistake. Spinny spin. Popcorn. When's the popcorn's probably gonna be done by the end of the area. Yeah, we still have a bit to go. So there's another one of the weird snow creatures. There's 3 fights. 4 fights actually. There are 4 fights. Okay. Yeah. Wait, no, there's not. You don't even need to fight the bear. The bear is a faker. You do not... Well, I guess we can enter the bear's fight to see if there's anything to catch. Restless Dead? Okay, that's the weather in the area, so I don't need to do this fight for that, but... Restless Dead? Okay. Whatever you say, boss. Now it's not Restless Dead. That's not how weather works. You can't just not have something be weather because I took 4 steps. We got some very strange weather patterns in this winter wonderland. Ay. What are you guys weak to? Dark? Sure. I just want to break the stupid, ore so that it don't pop on my face. There we go. Kind of surprised those mirrors haven't broken yet, either. It's also really good we have a crazy amount of dark resistance. No, don't kill me. Oh my god. Bad surprise present indeed. Boom! Merry Christmas! You're dead! You know, I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of the Christmas times because I have a tendency to say Merry Christmas when I do anything stupid that the other person didn't want, even when it's not, around Christmas time. So now me ironically saying, Merry Christmas doesn't work anymore, and I'm a little bit upset about that. How dare you, how dare the holiday naturally come around and breaks it so I can't be stupid and ironic about a holiday anymore. When I'm being like a dickhead. Merry Christmas and I shoot someone in the face. That's an example, not an actual admittance of guilt. Please do not arrest me. I apologize. Boom, baby. Hey, more mirrors. Hey. Okay. Time to pull out the antimatter gun. Hey, I'm not the one who's weak to dark. You guys are, so you only have yourselves to blame. Here's something that I think is fun. I've always wondered, everyone always has a personal preference in video games. What element is your particular favorite? Everyone's like, oh, I like fire. I like the ability to just, specifically in games, it's like fire. I can just throw flames at people. Mine? It's been ice. I know it's not a traditional element. People are like, oh, it's water. No. Ice. Cold. The chill. Snow. Whatever you want to refer to it as, that's the element I'd want. I adore, whether it be the instant turn tempo advantage of freezing an enemy in a game where they can't act for a little while, or a slow burn like they're chilled so other effects are more effective, which is another example of this game. Honestly, this game probably fits under all of these categories, but I could even see it being once you've been chilled, you gradually get weaker as time goes on because you're getting colder and colder, so your body's not responding as effectively. Something like that. I could see ice being a gradual thing. Ice has got it all, baby. Oh, yeah. And it's the best. Or with something like fire, it's alright, I can just throw big fireballs at people. I don't care, man. There's nothing else there. I throw fire, and then that's it. That's my attack. I'm done now. I have completed the entire repertoire. Sure, you can get creative with fire, and fire is at least semi-consistent in what it does. When you see fire, oh, what's this gonna do? It's gonna burn things. You know what fire does. It's simple, but effective. That's why some people I can see liking it, but no. I like a little bit of creativity in my elements. You got a lot of applications for ice and, by extension, water. Pure creativity, though? No, it's most assuredly, that'd be Earth. But, you know, that's just because you can just, like, the fucking Earth bend some bullshit. This ain't Avatar. You don't know. We got a new gun. The chainsaw gun. I remember. I used this a lot. Intimidates or angers tree enemies. Damage non-elemental. Manly saw blades when attacking. Ignores the target's defense, and that's not what it did before. Oh, whatever. Yeah, it specifically ups your physical attack a ridiculous amount, which is what I actually had him doing a lot. But because in this playthrough of Everwild Fantasy 5, we got a lot of magic damage on land, so it's kind of what we're gonna rely with right now. We're gonna stick to the magical electric gun fun times that randomly charges my Super Mega Murder Blast, and that's just all fun and dandy. Every single upgrade of the blood bank requires a food item. Do you want to not do that? Because, oh shit, I just threw it again. God, fucking spitty ass bullshit. Come here. There we go. Yeah, okay. How many more chests have we got to grind down on this screen in particular? Yeah. Yeah, I gotta do 2 more, right? 2 more? Yeah, alright. Let's just regenerate a bit and get right on into it. Such a slow burn, though, is one problem with all of this. It takes a little bit of time to actually get through all these fights because we have to regenerate. Not to mention the cooldown timers that they've added to this game. There's that restless dead weather again. Really not sure what that's gonna do, but I guess let's find out and just dive headhirst. I guess a hearse would actually be relevant here. This is the zombie town, but no. Head first into whatever madness could come out of a weather effect that is just death. Dead is in the name. You can kind of glean what you're probably gonna get out of something like this, and I don't know if I want to be here for this. Well, first time I've used a Star Shower, and it's just still not that great. Oh, great! Big old bone demons. Fantastic. Thanks for siphoning that. I appreciate it. Did I get good luck from the weather? No, come on. Oh! Great! There's just a murder floor. I don't have anything to say about that. That's a murder floor, man. I don't know what I expected, but not the floor itself attempting to stab me in my Ghibli bits. Come on now. Have some common decency there, floor. I don't have anything good with Anna. Why did I send in her? She's garbage. This is an obnoxious fight because all these enemies have like fire weakness, and I don't have a good access to fire. No Legs doesn't have fire. Matt doesn't have AoE fire. Anna doesn't have fire. No one has fire. And I can do that too. That's clearly very effective. That dude's just peacing out. Alright, no more dead. They're dead to me. They're gonna be the death of me. Overall, feeling a little dead inside about this. Yep. They're gonna be more dead? What else can I throw into this to say death? Dead. I even made an accidental wordplay when I said hearse. Good on me. Now that I'm thinking back about it, that is actually pretty good. I don't have very many good dead puns is the problem. I already kind of went through them. You're going to be the death of me. You're going to be dead. Yada, yada, yada. But those all say death. There's not enough wordplay to it. Not enough finesse. It's, oh, no, that wouldn't work. Shit. No, that's not a pun. I guess you could say I'm dead in the water when it comes to this. Yeah, it took me a while to think of. For some reason, death has been the hardest one I've had to come up with for puns. I don't know why this episode has been half me talking about food and complaining about video games, and the other half me thinking of puns. It's a productive episode, but don't know why this is what came about. Just being prison shanked by a sentient hand? You know, par for the course. And then the hand flipped me off. Okay. Classy. I just enjoy getting sucked up by the music sometimes. It's a good song. Ignore the fat man as he dances on camera. Do not look. Avert your gaze, because no one wants to see that. Alright, 10 minutes later, we're finally done with one of the two hallway fights. We got some dragon fruit. Alright. Are dragon fruits actually real? I mean, I've heard about them, but I don't know. That name sounds just fantasy, generic fantasy enough for me to not actually know if they're real or not. Oh, there are 3 waves here. I'm going to back out of this. I need to regenerate a little bit more. Let's just see what's on the next screen while I'm regenerating. Yeah, but I genuinely have no idea if dragon fruits are real. I could definitely see it. Oh yeah, there's the reference, Snowman. Oh, okay. This one's the better ghost, though. Confirmed. A classic. This dude just doesn't have a face. Oh. I lost my face in the blizzard. Just kind of froze off. Spirits are high, though. I'm happy to be alive. Good thing. It's a good thing we have those captions, I guess, or else we'd have no idea what he's saying. Man, you're very positive about this, Matt, considering the fact that this man is missing his goddamn face. Dude, be a little bit more sensitive about this. Face the facts, Matt. How do I get to this? I guess it's behind him, but there's one right here. Can you walk here? No. Can't walk here. Oh, there's a snowball. And then it's a mimic. So many. This area in particular. I mean, I love ice areas. They're always some of my favorites. Just before, like not even 20 minutes ago, I went off on a tangent about how ice is my favorite element in any of these big old fancy video games. But this area has had the most hallway fights. There's so many. I just want to get all the content and treasure chests, man. Why you gotta fight me like this? Hey! I sure what sort of god these ancient people worshipped. They're doped up narcissists. Yeah. Alright. No, I don't think they were earless catmen, no legs. The university ended up with us peasants. Oh yeah, that's right. I hate it when I accidentally skip text, because you have to click twice to make the text fully appear. I hate it when I accidentally click twice thinking it's going to make the text advance, but the text box is so short it just goes straight on to the next text box. It's such a minor thing, but I'm trying to at least give everyone to have a chance to read this themselves, because in all honesty, I would read it out loud, but I'm not very good at doing feminine voices. I don't know if you could tell, but I am a man. I'm a little bit more baritone than 99% of the women out there, so not really where I excel voice acting-wise. Let me tell you right now, I would definitely do a disservice to anyone. Unless Lance just sounds like me in this game. I could get creative. Maybe No Legs sounds like me. Who knows? Hide my fan fiction where no one will ever find it. She would write fan fiction of... She's one of the weird people who write fan fiction of the real world. No, those people are weird. And yes, I will kink shame. I mean, I'm actually probably one of the, like, worst people to ever say that because I enjoy fan fiction. I enjoy the concept of it. It doesn't have to be some dirty act that's like, oh man, it's so secret and all of it's garbage. It's not necessarily the case. It can be good. It's effectively like what-if scenarios. You mean you gotta skim the fat very hard on stuff like that, but the inherent concept, I enjoy. I've read a couple of them. I quite enjoy them, actually, but, you know. There's me just being a weird son of a gun right on camera again. Time to have everyone judge me even more harshly. Oh boy. But it's always been something I personally enjoy. I've always enjoyed having an established world. Okay. I've always enjoyed having an established world and throwing a curveball into it. Typically, fan fictions are like self-inserts or whatnot, and I mean, those can work, but you kind of got to work harder at them. If you're going off of the idea of someone having future knowledge of the plot, that could work too. I mean, there's always the other one of standard, like, what-ifs that everyone thinks of. Like, what if you took X from the end of Y series and brought him back to the beginning? What kind of weird nonsense would happen then? They know the future, but they can't prove it to effectively. How are they gonna Those are the basic ones, but those can be done well. I've seen them. I've read them. But you just got a little bit more of an uphill battle. But I'm not going to say any of them are bad. Then again, I'm definitely, probably the minority. Because when people hear the term fan fiction, people immediately go, hey, how about you stop living immediately upon seeing that? People are very nice on the internet, you know? People definitely enjoy differing opinions. Let me tell you right now, a lot of people would easily get mad at me at some of the opinions I've had. People have talked to me about them on these streams, in this stream series alone, in fact. Don't even get me started on what games I do and do not like. People are too strong, opinion-wise. They're too stuck in their ways. Hey, I didn't like X game, or I didn't like X show. And then they immediately want your death. They dance on your grave the moment it comes out. Of course, that's not everybody, but it's a solid majority. It's actually more so the vocal minority, if anything. But the point stands that it's out there, and it's the vocal side of the wild world of the internet. Exactly, thank you! Oh, you have a very dark text name. Lollyfant. Fant. Is that supposed to be fan with a T at the end of it, or is it supposed to be ant? Lollyf ant. Because lolly it's not a word, but it sounds just dirty about it, just dirty enough for me to have to question it. Also, how's it going? How you doing, babe girl? I mean, if we're going to talk about anything, like, honestly, we're going to talk about, like, opinions. It's the Dutch word for what's a heffalump? That doesn't answer I have more questions. Oh, lollifant, is the word for heffalump. I'm like, dude, I speak American. I do not understand the concept of other countries and dialects. I just get more confused when these things happen. I guess I could also double back and say, I'm not a big fan of Winnie the Pooh. Don't got anything against it. I'm a little bit outside of the target demographic for Winnie the fucking Pooh. And again, I was just talking about fan fiction. And we're playing the definition of an obscure indie game, so who knows what I'd be into, you know? I've already gone time and time again and say my tastes are definitely the minority. But then again, I'm definitely not opposed to screaming my opinion to random people on the internet. If you show up, hey, get ready to face opinions you don't even care about. We're talking about one opinion that everyone should share, is that this series is a very flawed masterpiece. This game solved, Epic Battle Fantasy V specifically solved a lot of the problems 4 had, but it didn't fix all of them. And a lot of the problems that I have are just even more encapsulated by the fact that I always play on the hardest difficulty. I'm playing on epic difficulty. Fights take a very long time, so the wave system is inherently like a slog to get through, and I've already covered all the downsides of this series, and I don't want to go back on into it because if I'm going to be entirely honest, I don't have all of it in my head, but it's still good. There's just some flaws. I mean, you could solve the problem by, again, just turning it to a lower difficulty, but I guess the problem, again, becomes I'm too good. I know, I'm super humbled by saying something like that, but in all honesty, I am too good at RPGs, and this game is not difficult for me even on this difficulty. It's just not that hard. It's the only real problem. It's the main stickler I have for this, is that epic difficulty doesn't do enough to make this game challenging, but still rewarding to play. Instead, they've cranked up the numbers so high, fights start taking 5 to 10 minutes each time, and it starts becoming more of a battle of attrition. So, I mean, I don't want to bash the game, and to be fair, I'm only bringing up one problem. This game doesn't have a lot of those, but I'm just saying, there is problems that should be at some point addressed. Like, the wave system can make it feel too long. Like, it was even worse in 4. Like I said, this game did solve a lot of problems 4 had going on. 4 had the major problem of the same general stuff with difficulty, but 4 had the problem of, hey, do you know normal enemies? Here's 5 waves of them every single normal encounter. Just all of the damn time. Oh. Yeah, those are totally viable strategies. I'm just saying, like, baseline, like, if you have to restrict yourself to a game, I mean, I should not have done what I just, I'm just gonna undo what I just did on that fight. Give me like 2 seconds. But if, like, it's not a game like Pokemon, where the challenge is, it's more designed for a younger audience for general accessibility, and I already know I'm the lowest I am definitely not the standard demographic for this game. I have played these damned RPGs for 21 years. I'm quite good at them. But I'm just saying, a little bit higher difficulty should add some flair. Yeah. But the main reason I'm like, adding your own challenge, while viable, shouldn't be what a game banks on, Like, let's say if Pokemon games, that was the main difficulty, was doing something like a Nuzlocke, or at least a self-imposed challenge, or any RPG. You'd get a lot of people who'd be just opposed to those kind of games. They want the game to make you do it, to make the game genuinely hard. Where when you're restricting yourself, people are just going to have the argument of just don't do that. And in all honesty, maybe I did it again. I'm probably definitely going to be expecting this game's going to get harder. But we're threading a fine line already where eventually enemies are going to get either so tanky or hit so hard they're going to be one-tapping me, which is a problem for, and specifically, okay, there were 2 games. Like, I've streamed every single Epic Battle Fantasy game. The 2 that were the hardest, all of which I played on the hardest difficulty, there are 2 exceptions. No, there weren't exceptions. Okay, there wasn't 4, but that's just because I got bored. But the only exception to that was 2. Because Epic Battle Fantasy 2 is so goddamn hard on epic difficulty. It's like, okay, yes, this is a fair challenge, mainly because the Lance final boss is, hey, did they hit you with the right attack? Good. Your whole party is stunned and dead in a turn and a half. And the other one was the hardest boss in the entire series, was the Pyro Hydra, the second to last boss of the game of 3. That dude on epic difficulty took an entire 2-hour-long stream of mine. It took so long, my internet went out for part of it, which just felt amazing. But when I reconnected, it automatically splits the VOD when I throw those things up onto YouTube. Oh. Oh, no. I had the whole second episode, which was another 40, 45 minutes. That episode just became named of why I hate dragons. Like, the extreme, like, dragon-hating adventure. Where the fuck did I just drop this? Oh, and by the way, Epic Battle Fantasy 2 is the easiest Epic Battle Fantasy. I'm talking about on epic difficulty. That just becomes an RNG fuckfest. 2 is cake. So I'll be fair, and all of them are cake. It just becomes how much time you're putting in. It's the illusion of difficulty. When something takes a long time, your brain will automatically start thinking that it's more of an ordeal. It required more effort to get through, rather than it being a fundamental challenge, which is why a lot of games make difficult, nowadays at least, will make difficulty be you kill really fast, but you get killed really fast, meaning the difficulty is surviving rather than enduring, you know? There's a distinction. Honestly, I just remembered 2 being difficult, and when I went back through these, I'm like, damn, these are just more of a slog. Oh, but 2 and the Pyro Hydra and 3 were the worst. Oh boy. 4 had the opposite problem, where 4 was such an ordeal, I stopped playing on the hardest difficulty at the end of the game, just because the fight started taking so long. My progress through the game in the final dungeon, that final holy mountaintop land, took like 3 episodes of 2 hours. If I hadn't turned it to a lower difficulty, I'm like, okay, maybe we've gone too far in the multi-wave enemies take forever to kill difficulty nonsense. That's the only other exception. Oh, that's exactly how I play. And that's how I play all the Epic Battle Fantasy games. That's the stuff. I always go for War of Attrition strategies anyway. That's my inherent playstyle I enjoy the most. So, it worked for me. I could see why, yeah. Pretty much what you said was the exact one. The problem is that the reason that I said 2 is the most difficult is because it did genuinely come down to chance. Because the main reason I didn't even stream 2 on Epic, I think I streamed it on hard, just because I remember when I was younger and I had played them, it came down to, it's still like an hour-plus long game on Epic. Even with saves and all that nonsense, it takes a while to get there. I fought Lance like 4 or 5 times, and he just stunned the whole party. And back in those days, stun was a massive deal because you only had 2 party members. So him stunning one guy is death. You just lose pretty much. And he would stun them both pretty consistently because that was the whole gimmick of him. Oh. Not to mention the Valkyrie tank's ram did 80% of your max HP, so you couldn't dedicate a whole lot of time to cleansing stuns. So, I mean, it was doable. And in all honesty, I'd say Pyro Hydra's probably harder, but there's less just chance to it, you know? That's the only real reason. I'll tell you right now, I did get him really far down, though. That's the reason I stopped playing. Because the one time that I'm like, all right, I'm finally gonna do it, I got him down to his last, like, 5% HP. He luck-sacked me, stunning both of my party members. And then he just did the tank ram the very next turn, which is the most deadly combo he could have, which is just death. You just lose. Even when you're going maximum tanky. Like, oh yeah, sure, Matt could survive, but not Natalie. Even when going tanky, she doesn't have no stone sword. Oh, but that's all. That's all an old game. And even at the end of the day, and after I had so many problems with that one fight, dude, Epic Battle Fantasy 1 and 2 are hidden gems. They are amazing. I talk a lot about negativity, it seems, but I love them. I would not have gotten into the series if 1 and 2 weren't fantastic. Because I played them back when I was a kid when only 1 and 2 were games. 3 wasn't out. It was just those 2, and oh, so good. I mean, I've always said it. Like, you could easily have Matt go and make another one. Another, one or two. Just as like a side project. Like, oh hey, you know, Epic Battle Fantasy V came out. Here's a little side game that it's the style of 1 and 2, which is just battles. And that would almost work like a mobile game. You know, a game to just kill like an hour or two. And it would fill the gap of like 17,000 years in between games. I mean, there was also Bullet Heaven, which I played and enjoyed, but I'm just saying, you know, there's always some stuff. At the end of the day, despite all the, like, general shade I'll throw at certain parts of the series, I would not have bought this day one if I didn't adore the series. Omega Dragon? Oh, what am I gonna name you? Oh, that's such a generic dragon name. Gonna be named Charles. There's nothing funny about that name. I don't know. The fact that he's the Omega Dragon and he just got named like effectively like Steve. Oh, I think Steve would. I think I actually have someone named Steve in here somewhere. Someone is probably named Steve somewhere in this nonsense. So I couldn't just go with the generic one, but it does tickle my funny bone that the Omega Dragon is just Charles. No more dragons. No more dragons. We're done with the dragons now. We've been doing this for a while now. Reaching the end soonish. Why can't I go up there? I just realized. Oh, wait, no. I'd have to go through here. Where am I on the map? Ah. I only have a tiny bit left, so I'm going to go through this fight and then see where the story will progress us, then I'll backtrack through, because I want to actually have some progress. We've had 2 or 3 episodes now just dedicated to wrapping up side content and getting all of these side treasure chests. It's starting to get a little bit ridiculous with how much side, the longevity of this side content is getting. Considering I stream for 2 hours a chunk just to make it at least semi-watchable on YouTube. Okay. Oh, that's right, low gravity. Well, okay then. I mean, if you say so. Whatever then, Mr. Man. What do you mean free game? Like the non-Steam is the non-Steam version even out yet? Or what do you like? Oh shit, that's right. That is a double tap effect. Ooh. Wait, did I use his auto revive? No, he just gets auto revive. That's right. Oh, okay. Makes sense. I saw those betas because I was following this religiously. Like, when I was doing other playthroughs on my big old fancy nonsense, I guess main playthroughs that were going on to YouTube or whatever, some such, I was even counting the days. In some of those episodes, I'm like, dude, we got like 95% of the way done. Specifically, I actually streamed all of the others in anticipation for 5 coming out. It was a good time. But I never specifically tried the beta because I wanted to go into this as fresh as humanly possible. I wanted all of this to be secret because I wanted my first impressions to be forever immortalized onto the magical world of the internet. So, just because, I don't know, having I've never done a playthrough like this in particular, where I don't know anything about the game. Every playthrough I've done has either been a self-imposed challenge, whether it be playing on the hardest difficulty or installing a mod, or in Persona 1's case, that game is, and Earthbound 1's case, those are just hard games that I don't know all that well, so I just did them raw. But yada yada yada. This is the first time I've played a game completely blind, at least on stream. Okay, whatever. I'm rambling. I'm not getting my point across too well. I need to actually think about my things. It's definitely a new experience, to say the least. I would say this is probably not where my strengths lie. I'm a lot better at making conversation with someone in chat, specifically. Like, I'm a lot more of a, Oh. Huh. Neat. What was I doing? Oh, yes. It's super weird for me to be doing this game in particular for the reasons of, like I said, I typically do self-imposed challenges or I'll, like, install a mod or something to make a game harder. Like, for example, the first one I ever did personally was I played Paper Mario, but I installed the Pro Mode mod. Oh, that one was so much fun. So I'd say this is doing fine. I'm enjoying this game incredibly, and I'm still playing on the hardest difficulty. So I'm getting some kind of funky stuff coming on out of this. It's a good time. I just wish there wasn't so many bears in this game. Hey. So many bears. So far, the problem with 4, dragons were the worst enemy. This game, bears. There are too many bear enemies. They've at least held dragons back in this one, where dragons are like, it's a tough fight. Bears are just, they hit super hard, they're super tanky, and for some reason they throw them like a normal mook enemy. I've fought so many bears over the course of this game, it's getting ridiculous. It just never ends. Probably half of my time in these recent episodes has been, hey, do you like fighting bears and no other enemy type? Oh, boy. We're going to be eating... Oh, I don't have to survive. Oh, no. Oh, that's unfortunate. Either way, whatever I was saying before culminates in fuck bears. Yeah, every single dragon had a limit break. I don't know of all of them, but some of them did. In all honesty, the Tsunami one was garbage. Just because Tsunami was a garbage over limit in that game. It just wasn't good. It's the same problem with the bears. If they hit decently hard, but dragons are just crazy tanky, so they take forever to fight. Like, Epic Battle Fantasy 4, I would probably say, was the easiest of all of the games, even easier than 1 and 2. Assuming you play all of them on the hardest difficulty, 4 was the easiest by far. But, oh, if it didn't take the longest. Just from fight, like, duration alone. Woo! Dragons, man. There are a lot of dragons. Oh, there goes all of my backline. Probably gonna have to go to a therapist over how many dragons I've fought. I don't even like fighting dragons. Now it's bears. No, I've gotten over my bear trauma. Now, dragon trauma. Now it's just bears. How about them bears? Oh God, no. Look at this. He's doing... Okay, now, this bear is not as bad as the other one. This one just takes forever. Yeah, I have no idea why the ice monolith is weak to the ice. It's very confusing. If anything, the most thing I'm confused about in this game is I was taught religiously that Viking monoliths are the scariest enemy in the game, unless you siphon them. Then they are the weakest enemy in the game, but be careful. Cosmic and some of the other monoliths have a low siphon chance, so you gotta guarantee, you gotta apply yourself to siphon them. Now they all have a physical attack, and I'm just like, no. No, don't do that. I don't want this. Can't siphon the monoliths anymore. Give me that. Yeah. Give me that bit of rock. Why do all of the monoliths have the... Oh, God. I did not expect Poseidon to look like this. Maybe Maybe that... Oh, no. Hi. Oh, I didn't mean to mash through your text. I'm sorry. Let me try again. Huh. Okay. Let's freeze it attacks. Better play defensively, otherwise you'll end up frozen. Don't tell me what to do. If there was the biggest downgrade from 3 to 4, it's that in 3, I spammed so hard the regen spell. Then they made the regeneration a summon in 4 and 5, and now I cry every night because this is not what I want. The regen spell was how I got through most of the fights. Regen spell let you keep your HP topped up while still applying damage. Where in 3, the enemies were the tankiest and hit the hardest. 3 probably had the hardest hard mode. 3 was ungodly difficult. But yeah, let me turn in that quest and then we'll probably be good for tonight. Dude, regen was ridiculous. It completely nullified like freeze and whoo, it was a good time. But we're probably gonna call it soon. So the stream's gonna be over here in like 2 seconds because, again, I need to keep some kind of consistency in how long I stream these. Not to mention, I go to bed soon-ish. I got work tomorrow. Oh yeah, no. Slime Bunny was ridiculous. For me, the way that I beat Epic Battle Fantasy 2, you want to know what you do? There's a secret. Now, don't let him know I told you this. But it was Matt spamming Power Metal. You equipped him with the sword that upped the efficiency of Power Metal, and then you got the 2 buffs that made it so Power Metal healed more and it did more damage. It would start hitting for like 5,000 damage, which is really solid in that game. Not amazing, not like groundbreaking, but really good base damage for a heal that healed like 6,000 to 7,000 HP in that game. Oh, dude, Power Metal. They have been nerfing Power Metal in every single game since. Power Metal was so bad they had to make it partially an over limit in 4, and it's still garbage. Oh yeah, no, I definitely man-leeched with Legend. That too, I threw that in there all the time. Used that to restore yourself, and then did it. Hey! Oh, it's absolute zero. I can say at least they actually, they actually made a lot of these garbage over limits from 4 useful. I just gave Anna almost every single custom over limit because all of them were, they did 1 elemental damage, but they're not as good as your base over limit. So Anna just got all of them, I guess. At least now, Tsunami now scales off of magic or physical damage. You have something like Supernova, which now actually hits harder than any other over limit, but hits you, can't be evaded, and burns. Now, I mean, Annihilate's always never been great, but it's instant death, which can cheese some big boy fights. And you have stuff like Ion Cannon. Now it has super high accuracy, can stun. I mean, I think it's always stun, but now charges Lance's Hyper Beam. They gave a purpose to these garbage over limits, and I love it. I love that they did this. This was like one of the worst parts about the game because they were mostly garbage. Here you go. Wait a minute. We need ice. Oh, No Legs doesn't have ice. Hello, No Legs. Now you get garbage. Welcome to garbage. That one's not that bad. This reduces active cooldowns by 2, which is actually good for No Legs in particular because 9 lives is a game changer. Oh, my throat's starting to hurt. I've been running my mouth for a while. What do we upgrade? This will be the final upgrade, and we'll end it for today. Oh, you know, ice would definitely be good to grab in the ice area. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Quality. Lance, just, oh, yeah, give me that shit. Give me that baby over limit that gets a free charge every once in a while because guess what? The auto charge gun's amazing. Even if it now has lightning element, meaning it's not quite as good as it once was in 4, but it's still good. Upgrade that. I mean, sure, I guess, whatever. And then, you don't really need to upgrade 9 lives. All it does is make it heal more. And you don't really need that. I mean, I guess I could upgrade Thorns or one of these. Can I stop having air bubbles? I can't even talk or breathe or anything. I'm dying right now. Win, sure, whatever, man. And then just give me all of these. I can't do that. I didn't know this made a noise before now. That's really annoying. There you go. Oh, God. It kept doing it after I stopped mashing. I thought I broke something. Oh, yeah, I just want to make sure everyone knows to not ever come back to my streams ever again. I'm scaring away all of my audience by doing stupid, obnoxious shit. All right, upgrade our nonsense, and then we'll probably just go and die for the night. Yeah, I don't think I got anything good. Yeah, okay. Quests, no. Alrighty then. Enough stalling. Enough trying to pad. Gotta really reach that 10-minute mark, you know. We're currently at 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 4 seconds. Yeah, gotta really extend that runtime. So anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and peace.